Hello everyone, we're here, Ken's on the camera, Pete Clements here. We're doing the how to install a windscreen into the CF Moto 1000. This buggy is absolutely fantastic, but it is really cold when you buy it without a windscreen in it and driving along. So $550 to $600 they try and charge you for one of the original ones, and we're going to see if we can do it on the cheap. Now, I rang around and actually got the measurements absolutely perfect before I called, and all of the different Perspex places quoted. I had one quote for about $250. They couldn't do it for a week. And then the second quote I got was for about $130 cut. I got the measurements perfect. Now, for this particular bike and this model, it is 770 millimeters height and it is 1440 wide, which actually gives you a perfect measurement across here. Now, this paper obviously all comes off later on, but to get it in, once it's been measured up, I picked this up the next day. It was awesome. You pop it in. Now, there's a couple of secrets with Perspex. Cutting it is a bit of an interesting one, so we're going to try and get that right today without breaking it. But have a look. This is going to peel off at the end, all the paper, and we've just got to get all the cutting right because it's really easy to bust these. And yeah, we're going to go through the whole thing with you. Okay, so this is the foamy sort of stuff that we are going to end up putting in here. So with any of this plexiglass, it's going to be 3.5 centimeters in depth. And we're looking to get into there. It's going to have the sponge on it. I don't even know that you need it this perfect. So sticking on, I don't know if there's a right or wrong way to do this. Let's have a go though. I want to try and line it up over this side. Don't want to stretch it too much. I think that's going to serve really well to cushion the plexiglass. Right, so we've actually put in the padding now. That is top, sides and bottom. I didn't mention before, this is actually a 4.5 millimeter thick piece of Perspex. So I went a bit thicker because I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to break. Hey, that's actually fitting in really, really nicely there. So I'm just going to have a bit of a closer look. So you can see here, that's looking super nice all the way up into the corners. As far as getting in there, I've wedged it and clamped it. And then what I've done is actually marked the inside again. So come up into these little guys here. I've used a sharp tool and just gone and done the scoring inside of each of those holes, just so now that I can get it down, undo it and drill it. So I'll push this guy up now. Grab him. And these are the holes that I've just made. Right, so the guy that sold me the glass, the acrylic glass or the acrylic sheet, told me to have a good practice before I actually did my first drill on the actual part. So the advice is you must have actually a block of timber underneath, just so that when it goes through, it's got something to bite into. So let's have a little crack here. And that's gone through. Now, that is typically the place that it breaks. So let's just line him back out. But that's a really beautiful little hole there. No dramas at all. I think we're ready to go. So we'll grab our timber and we'll work on our first hole here. And let's go. So I've sort of made a bit of a pilot or a bit of a hole there to be able to see. I've measured twice, hopefully. Cut once, so let's go. You can clear this out. I watched a YouTube video and the guy was always clearing it out, so I'm just going to copy what people who know what they're doing do. There we go. Through on the first. That looks nice. Let's push this one through a little bit and let's get the second one going. Hopefully. Now, don't know if you heard that, but it made the sound that we didn't want to hear because I didn't hold it down on the wood. And I've got a bad feeling that I might have stuffed that up. We're not going to know until we get the Perspex off. So you've got to hold this down onto the timber so when it goes through the Perspex, it actually doesn't crack, which I fear I may have done on that one. Okay, getting to the business end now. So I've just stripped a little bit of the I've stripped a bit of the paper off the bottom, and now you can see the drill holes in the top. These ones match up. Yep, that's going to match up. I've just gone down to the hardware store as well and bought some pretty. Yeah, this is where the bit needs to bow here. There we go. Been down to the hardware store and bought some short bolts, which I'm hoping aren't too short. Let's have a look. Oh, crap. Right, I didn't account for the fact that I've got 4.5mm thick, and I've fattened out the bloody thing. So, yeah, too short. I didn't want to have too much sticking out, and well done, Pete. Before I actually got the wrong length nuts and bolts, and so I've gone back and got the right one. So it's an M6 width. You need about a 20mm, and the 20mm, and here's the little nylon washers that I've got. I've actually got started on a few of them, so you can actually just see push through. So I've put a nylon washer on both sides. I'm hoping that that's just going to give it a bit more longevity as far as the vibrations and that sort of thing going. Pull there, nylon on there. So I'll bring this around now and just show you what I mean in here. So these are the bolts. They're just the normal ones that I've thrown in with the nylon washer on one side. And you can see this last one, they've got a much bigger hole behind them. And that's why it needed to have the washer in front. We've got a windscreen. I think I'll whack in those last couple of bolts and then we'll do the reveal. So, yeah, there's only a couple of other little things, but this is not going to go anywhere. That's really well bolted in at the top. I haven't tightened them all up yet. So there we go. We've got on the we've got the CF Moto. This is the U-Force 1000, and I probably should have said that at the beginning, but we've managed to get a windscreen on this for $150 instead of the $500 odd that they talk about. It doesn't look perfect up the top. I might put something on there later on, but I probably won't. But it's going to solve the problem we had, which is a lot of wind in the face. I'm actually going to go and probably do the back window next. And then I might even try and make some doors for this thing as well, because they're like $1,000 for the doors. So hopefully if you like this, then subscribe. Ken's trying to get me into this YouTube channel-y thing. So if you like it, subscribe, and I'll do some other videos. And yeah, thanks so much for watching.